Isang malaya at ligtas na araw mga kababayan. Welcome to CyberChat and be a Cyber Guardian. Samahan niyo po kami dito sa TV Maria, streaming on its YouTube channel at sa CyberGuardians PH YouTube channel and Facebook page. For the past 9 episodes, we have been discussing about cyber threats and cyber crimes affecting children and the youth. CyberChat will digress a bit from our usual topic. Today's episode is a celebration of the work and organizations formed by Sister Mary John Mananzan. Definitely, she is not your traditional religious nun in a habit. Sister MJ, as she is fondly called by her students, is an icon of Asian feminist theology liberation, an activist nun who works with a number of organizations dealing with gender issues and women concerns. I've been looking forward to today's episode on CyberChat, KALINGA, Noon at Ngayon. And joining us today is a guest co-host, a former student of Sister Mary John Mananzan at St. Scholastica's College. She's the co-founder and current president of the Rizal Academy for Innovation and Leadership, or TRAIL. Let us all welcome on CyberChat, Ms. Marisol Lopez. Good day, Ms. Marisol.
Good day, Kat, and good day, everybody. Thank you for inviting me to this episode of CyberChat. I'm really excited to be here with you because our speaker for today is somebody I truly admire way back from my school days in St. Scholastica.
As advocates of Cyber Safe Philippines for child protection against online sexual abuse and exploitation and cyberbullying, let us draw inspiration from Sister MJ's work and values of passion, courage, and leadership in sustaining and advocacy.
And later on, our second guest speaker will also be a doctor of anthropology, so she'll explain to us how the crime against women and children has really evolved, especially with the internet.
We will try to take a deeper look at the critical role of faith-based organizations in fighting online sexual abuse and exploitation of children and other forms of cyber threats.
That's right, Kat. We'll have the doctor of anthropologist later on, but for now, let's call up the Vice President of External Affairs of St. Scholastica's College, our very special guest for episode 10, Sister Mary John Mananzan.
Hello, Sister Mary John. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you too.
Sister, we are so happy to have you here with us. Perhaps you'd like to greet our viewers.
Okay, good afternoon, all those who are viewing this show. I hope you are all fine. Please be well. Huwag kayong sasagap ng virus.
Thank you, Sister.
Hello, Sister Mary John. It's so nice to see you again. I have so many fond memories of you from years back, being a scholastican from kindergarten up to high school. I really admire you a lot because of all of your advocacies, no? Sometimes you're also very controversial. But in any event, I want to ask a question. Okay. From your very quiet life in the convent, what led you to become an activist and doing all of this advocacy work, especially for women?
Okay. Actually, nag-umpisa ako doon sinatawag kong baptism of fire. Actually, nung magma-martial law, wala ako dito. Nasa Europe ako, nag-aaral ako. I was in Germany for 3 years and 3 years in Rome. And then, nung nag-martial law, umuwi na ako. And I was, as you said, nagtuturo lang ako sa Ateneo. Pero, nagkaroon ng what I call baptism of fire kasi meron kasi yung strike ng mga Latondenya strike. Tapos, may mga kakilala kong mga madre, sabi nila, tumawag sila sa akin ng gabi. Sabi, sister, punta tayo doon sa Latondenya kasi nag-i-strike ang mga workers. Bawal yon, baka hulihin sila at baka masaktan sila. Ay nako, doon ko na experience yung brutality ng Metrocom ang tawag nung araw. Tapos nakita na lang namin na nilagay lahat sila talagang pinagpupukpok sila, nilagay sila sa bus van. Nawala sila 6 buses, dinala sila sa kampo. Yun ang first experience ko na sabi ko, ay hindi yata pwede to, na ganyan na lang ang kanilang paglalabag ng human rights. Tapos doon ko na-realize, too late na yung yung makikipaisa ka sa kanila pag-strike na. Dapat from the beginning, kanilang sweldo, etc. etc. So, yun ang tinatawag kong baptism of fire because right after that, talagang nakisali na ako sa tinatawag later on as Parliament of the Streets. So, doon ako nag-umpisa na maging aktibo sa mga solidarity para sa mga na-oppress, no?
Sister, ang ganda naman mapakinggan ng story about your baptism of fire. Sister, how did your experience in advocacy work affect your faith? And in turn po, how did your faith affect your commitment to advocacy work?
Simple lang naman ang logic ko Ganito. Christ had an option for the poor. I am supposed to be a follower of Christ. Then I should have also an option for the poor. Ngayon, pag yung poor na I have an option for ay ino-oppress, alam nga naman hindi ako tutulong sa kanila. Kaya actually, it began with the faith. Diba? Hindi yung advocacy muna, then how it influenced my faith. It's opposite. There was that faith that as Christ has an option for the poor, I should have an option for the poor kasi I'm the follower of Christ. Logical ba? Diba? So that is what led me into activism as they call it, no? But of course, sabi mo nga, after you have gone with the people, nabuksan talaga yung pag-iisip ko kasi noon ang dami kong absolute. Hindi pwede ito, hindi pwede yan. Kung hindi ka pwedeng hindi ka dapat mahipon ng mga komunista, mga ganon, di ba? Yan, mga demonyo yan, etc. Ang nangyayari doon, pag nandun ka sa poor, lahat ng tao nandun. Di mo naman sasabihin sa kanila, oy, mga red, alas kayo dyan, kasi ako na lang ang magtutulong sa poor. Ay, sino ka naman, ano? So, ang nangyari noon, nakasalamuha mo lahat. Red, yellow, kung ano-anong kulay dyan. At doon nabuksan talaga ang aking mata, nabuksan ang aking kalooban, nasa lahat ng mga causes of human rights na talagang pag you are for the poor, kahit siyempre economically poor muna, but kung sino man yung na-oppress, dapat kasama ka. And of course, na-focus yung attention ko later on doon sa oppression of women. Kaya naging focus ko ngayon yung women.
And that's why I think if your focus is on women, in 1985, you gave birth to the Institute of Women's Studies, right? And what motivated you to do that?
No, what you mean? No, it began in 1975, already 76, because what came before the institute was Gabriela. I first, ang nangyari kasi, I was invited to, nung araw kasi political activist lang ako, anti-dictatorship, ganun lang. One day, I was invited to Venice by the World Council of Churches. Ngayon, doon narinig ko lahat yung mga oppression sa lahat ng mundo. Peru, ganyan-ganyan. Pero ang narinig ko doon, yung mga tungkol sa incest, tungkol sa violence against women, na noon wala akong masyadong consciousness. Pero nung narinig ko yung mga nagsasalita doon, sabi ko, oo nga naman pala. Nagrarally ako pag nalaman ko na isang military ginahasa yung isang political detainee. Pero kung ang tatay, ginahasa niya yung anak niya, sinong nagrarally? Wala. Di ba? Ay, sabi ko, mas worse pa yata yun na ginagahasa ng tatay yung anak, incest. So sabi ko, sa sarili ko, pag uwi ko sa Pilipinas, I will see to it that the women's question will be a part and parcel of our endeavor to have a new transformed society. Kasi kung kalahati ng society ay na-oppress ng kalahati, anong klaseng transformation 'yon? So it's not just a political, economic, social transformation. There has to be also a gender aspect to our wanting to have a totally what do you call it? Transformational society. So that's how I got into women. 1977 siguro yon. Later on na lang, matagal na bago yung Institute of Women's Studies naman. Naging chairperson nga ako ng Gabriela noon from 1986. By the way, before me there were two, si Tekla San Andres Siga at saka si Mamita Pardo de Tavera. But in 1986 I was elected Gabriela chairperson. Hanggang 2004 yon. So 18 years, di ba? Ngayon nung mga 10 taon na ako sa sa Gabriela, nakita ko, I'm Dean of College. Sabi ko, aba, nagtuturo ako ng mga kababaihan sa mga Islam areas, gano'n. Nagtuturo kami ng karapatan, kababaihan. How about itong mga estudyante ko sa Scholastica? Pasok sila, wala silang consciousness on women. Paglabas nila, wala pa rin. So I decided there should be a women's studies in Saints Co. Kaya 1985, nagkaroon kami ng first introduction to women's studies in Saints Co. Sa isang klase ng psychology major. Tapos nagustuhan lahat ng mga estudyante at mga teacher, kaya ginawa kong, kasi Dean of College ako eh. So ginawa kong obligatory yung women's studies. Magmula ngayon, walang makakagraduate sa Saints Co kung hindi makakakuha nitong 3-unit course on Introduction to Women's Studies. Ngayon naman, paano yung mga hindi nakakapasok sa Saints Co? Anong gagawin ko? Doon nag-umpisa ngayon ang idea ko na why not make an Institute of Women's Studies na ang magiging clients namin, yung mga women na wala sa Saints Co, yung mga grassroots women, iba-ibang klaseng status ng women. So yun, kaya I decided to have an Institute of Women's Studies. So ganon, that was already about 1988, 1987. Our flagship seminar is 1.5 months, nung araw 3 months yun. 1.5 months na tinatawag namin Intercultural Course for Women and Society. And that is not only for women in the Philippines, but from Asia and Pacific and Africa. They come here for 1.5 months and we give them a total comprehensive study on women. At pagbalik nila sa kanilang mga bansa, nag-uumpisa naman din sila ng women's movement. Di ba ganda? Tapos naisipan namin after 15 years siguro na tutok lang kami sa women, yung mga lalaki, paano yan? Sila nga yung perpetrator. So ang ginawa namin, naggawa naman kami ngayon ng module ng Gender Studies for Men. Okay?
Sister Mary John Manansan is a person with integrity. She does what is right even against all challenges and even if it is really hard to do so. Aside from this, she is empowered. She knows her rights and makes sure that she acts in order to claim these rights. She is also a person who is progressive. She doesn't just merely accept what is, but questions what is and makes sure to charter new ideas and opportunities for people. Lastly, she is a woman of God, and in everything that she does, she offers it up to the Lord for His greater glory. She has influenced me in many ways as she was the president of St. Scholastica's College when I was still studying in St. Co, both in grade school and high school. Her integrity has also influenced me to have honor in what I do and dignity in what I do as a public servant.
Hi everyone, I am Sister Florine OSA. How do I know Sister Mary John or Sister MJ? She is passionate in everything she does. As a leader, she is decisive in making decisions, but she also listens a lot.
Sister Mary John, I met her even before Gabriela was set up. I met her as a consumer's advocate. She's very articulate. She's very matapang. At saka she's very principled.
She walked her talk and she showed that colegialas can do so much for the country and it is okay to be uncomfortable.
Kanyang generosity ay nagmumula sa kanyang puso. Kadalasan, nag-iisip tayo kung paano tayo makatulong sa ating kapwa. For Sister Mary John, nararamdaman niya kung ano yung kailangan ng kanyang kapwa.
Isa sa mga values na natutunan ko kay Mother Mary John at lagi niya itong idinidiin sa lahat ng kanyang mga nakakatrabaho, nakakasama ay yung compassion o yung pagmamahal o pakikiisa sa isang nahihirapan o may pinagdadaanan. And related to that compassion na laging turo sa amin ni Mother Mary John ay yung respeto sa bawat isa sapagkat Yun nga, hindi ba? Nakikita mo ang imahe ng Panginoon, the likeness of God in each one of us.